Hello and welcome to Two and Door Gaming. We are back with Life in the Village, and today is a sad day. I'm going to have to retire Xanadu, and this whole save, in fact. Life in the Village had an update, and it's done some things. One of the big things that has been updated is the Minecolonies mod, and it's great. The changes are very cool, but I'm starting to get some, well, the missing recipes. It's starting to crash with some conflicts. This world version is no longer playing happily with the mod pack, so that combined with the fact that I'm getting a lot of people watching episode 1 of this series, and then not sticking around, and I'm not surprised because episode 1 saw a very different mod pack to what you're playing today, so a lot of things aren't relevant anymore and it'd be a totally different experience. So I figure it's time to start a season 2 for Life in the Village, and it will incorporate so many changes right from the get-go, and we can get some of those basics for some of the newer viewers. My loyal viewers who have stuck around this long will get a repeat of some information, but you might be surprised at what's changed and you haven't noticed it happening. Now, one of the cool things with the Minecolonies, I'll show you a few things before I wrap up this season. I guess we'll call this season 1 from now on. I'll show you some of the changes, some of the things that are different. That is way cool. Like, remember this stuff, it sits on a hill or whatever, and then they dig out the hill and then it's just hanging in the air, and then you have to go in and manually remove it because the builder wouldn't. Well, now watch what happens. See, this is out of place. Bonk! It falls down automatically. Woo! So it will get removed when the time comes, so you no longer have to worry about construction tape floating around in the sky and getting in your way. Cool, huh? Very cool. I like it. I like that a lot. See, here's some familiar that's still sticking around. It's like, man, I have to actually go in and manually smack that away. But that won't be the case anymore. That's just one of the many little cool things that have changed. I'm also getting different messages because now there's a different functionality for some of our workers. So we've got the chicken herder is saying, the food I have is too raw to eat. Of course it is. You've been chopping up chickens. You're not cooking them. You need to go to the cook to get some more food. But the cook is saying, please tell me what kind of fuel to use in my furnace. Well, I've given you big stacks of coal, you ninny, go and use that. But they're asking for new things. The baker's asking which recipe he wants me to prepare, or I want him to prepare, I should say, which is good because I was really confused with the baker interface there. So that's obviously become more functional. So we're starting to see some new things pop up. Now, the great thing about the Minecolonies changes, the Minecolonies teams have been doing some new videos with little short videos, and I'll include a link to their channel, which is really helpful in giving some of that information I've been looking for so long. I've also been trawling through their there's a Discord channel and other things, trying to find as much information as possible, because I'm at the stage with Minecolonies where I learnt a lot, but there's gaps, and I'm starting to fill in some of those gaps. Some of the changes they're making, the town hall won't have beds in it anymore, because I was confused, because even though there are people here, I can't assign them or tell them to go away or change it. It's like, because there's no interface for housing with this. So to save that, they've just basically said, okay, kick them out. There'll be no beds sort of here with the new ones created. There's citizen recruitment. Look at this. Ooh, you can now send out enticements to get some good folk in. And that's cool. I've learned heaps about... this is still not working, by the way. That's still something for the future. Like permissions and stuff, when you're in a multiplayer server, if you add somebody and they can become your ally, then if your town hall is level 3 and their town hall is level 3, you can teleport between the two of them. That's pretty cool. Only if you're allies, but you can have feuds as well. If you both have the same, set each other to feuds, it'll be enemies or whatever, that comes in. There's new stuff to build. Oh, I want to show you. Where is it? PU for citizens. No. Where are we? Happiness. I've learned so much about happiness because they did a video on it, which helps. Now, you know how my first guy, Connor, he's got 1 skill and everything, right? That's because this happiness level sets the skills that you come in with, and your first character comes in when there's nothing there. So the happiness hasn't really been generated at all, because there's nobody to feel happy or unhappy. So they come in at 1, level 1. If the happiness level is a 1, then they'll come in with all their skills at 1. The higher the happiness is, the higher the skill ratings are. So if your happiness was at the maximum of 10, however it configures that, it doesn't have a number here, it just has an indicator, then you'll have skills ranging up to 9, between 1 and 9. So that's how your citizens come in. The happier the town is, the better the citizens you attract. And that's cool, and that's affected by number of guards, the level of the guard towers, how many there are per citizen hut, all that sort of stuff. And apparently it's going to be quite high. That's one thing. You're going to need a lot of guards. My citizens are happy because there's plenty of housing, and they're not overly saturating the joint. So that's cool. It's also individual happiness is affected by things like whether they got a job and a house, and so actually Connor moaning all the time is dragging down my happiness a bit overall, because it sort of evens out. But there's a new thing you can build, or maybe it was there and I just never noticed it. The library, they can go and study and improve their skills. So I could give Connor a job for a while, and then I can improve his skills at the library, and he won't be so useless anymore, and he'll be rewarded for his loyalty to the town. That's going to be really cool, getting your people studying up. What else? And they've introduced the smeltery, and where are we? There's a stonemason. You can see these icons have changed. The sawmill, crusher. Yeah, heaps of new functionality. The huts, they've changed a bit of the imagery, but also some added things. And that frustrating thing about the builder only having a 2x2 recipe slot, that's by design. I found out that's by design. Because they never wanted the builder to build this stuff. That's what the stonemason's for. But they had a vision for it that hadn't been implemented up till now. That was my frustration. Now that they've got that, you can get your stonemason to build the stairs and slabs and all that sort of stuff. That's supposed to be their job. Excellent, excellent. So they will have a full grid to work with, the 3x3, which is going to be very nice. Very nice indeed. What else did I learn? Oh, you can have children. All you have to do is get a house, put in a male citizen and a female citizen, and they will, presuming there's enough space in the village, produce a child. If there's not enough space in their own house, the child will go to another house and be adopted to that family. And that will affect things like their name and their skill levels. And they're looking at, in the future, implementing a school. Brilliant, huh? Brilliant. So that they can skill up before they become adults and thus be utilised for the furtherance of the village. Ooh, look at that. That's new. That looks way cooler. Yeah, he wants me to tell you what to... his recipes are gone. No. Here we go. Look. I want you to cook cookies. How's that? Now, does he ask for stuff? Bread actually might be easier because I know I've got plenty of that stuff. Now, what's he going to ask for? Anything? Cocoa beans and... Oh, he's getting a delivery of cocoa beans. Yeah, the delivery person's right on it. Excellent work. So, make some cookies for me. Well done, Damien. Not that I'll be playing here for much longer. Okay, so Forky was asking for which fuel does he want? Okay. Is it because he doesn't... No, he's got some coal. Is it because he doesn't have enough? Actually, I might take that potato. Okay, how do I tell him? Is it in here? List of recipes? No, that's not it. Inventory? No, he's got coal there. So how do I tell him what to use? Oh, he's looking how happy this fella is. Sweet. You know, we have space in the fisherman's always running out of space. So there's coal in here. There's coal in there. So how do I tell him what to... Is the problem because he's got nothing to cook right now? Is that what he's complaining about? Or something? I don't know. Okay, the baker's asking for a house to go to. We'll go! I've learned a bit more about how the citizens work, but I might save that for Season 2. There's Connor walking around. I know, so sad. Where's he? Back. And... yeah, sad boy. Anyway. Yeah, I might save a bit of all of that to overwhelm you with all the stuff that's coming, but, you know, they've made plenty of changes, there's plenty of things you can adjust, and I listened to some of the things they want to change. It's going to be great. Definitely going to be even more stuff. One thing is they've fixed up multi-dimensional colonies, so you can, like if your mod pack or whatever has different dimensions, like the Twilight Forest or something, you can set up a colony there. You could set up a colony in the Nether or the End, but because both of those dimensions are set for permanent night, nobody's going to do any work for you. So yeah, it's not actually going to be of much use setting a colony, trying to set one up in those dimensions. It's just, yeah, not functional in that regard. But if you've got other ones like I said, Twilight Forest or Ether or something like that, then it should work there for you. And that could be fun. Alright, so yes, we'll say goodbye to Xanadu here. If you feel like I've missed something that you want me to do in the new season, definitely drop a comment. I appreciate all comments, suggestions, requests, and I'll try to accommodate them as best I can. But I will start anew. The next episode for Life in the Village I post will be the new season. So we'll say goodbye to all our happy, friendly workers here and all the stuff we've done. We've achieved quite a bit, and I'm quite happy with sort of how the village has developed, even in laying it out. It's the first time I've tried giving it a real village feel rather than just chucking it down where it's functional. And I'm quite happy with that. And we got quite far in Millennium. I'm in that stage where it's a bit grindy, trying to get up enough status to become my own leader. But we've done a bit, and I'll say bye to Xanadu. Bye, and I'll see you next season. And we'll return back at the start, but this time I'll have a bit more knowledge. But certainly if I miss something, let me know, because yeah, I'm good at doing that. Alright, thanks for watching. Until then, bye.